One of my most anticipated releases of the year. This is Link's Awakening, the Dreamer Edition for the Nintendo Switch. Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, Lithium here from my channel Nintendo Collecting. I was able to pick this up one day early, very luckily. I was also able to get the matching Amiibo that comes with it, so I'm going to unbox both of these for you in this video. Essentially, this game is a remake of a game that came out in the early 90s, and that had its own remake in 1998 called Link's Awakening DX, which had an extra dungeon in it. I only think remakes are worth it if they add a lot to the game in some form. This one adds a wonderful graphic style that looks like it's claymation, and also dungeon building, and possibly more. So I'm really excited to play this. This one comes with a game and an art book, and I was wondering if it would come with a larger box. I thought they might just throw the art book at you with the game when you buy this. So I'm really happy to see this get a big box release. Let's just look at the back really briefly. It says, "Far from Hyrule with no way home. A shipwrecked Link finds himself on the strange and wondrous island of Koholint. Only by exploring caves and shrines for clues to the island's mysteries can he make his escape. When one tool won't do, try two tools together like the bow and bombs or Pegasus boots and Rock's feather." And really interestingly, this time around, the Amiibo actually has some cool support. It looks like you can summon the deadly Dark Link to your chamber dungeons, but you can also arrange, play, and trade your own chamber dungeons, but using the Amiibo. So this is a one-player game as a heads up. The box packaging looks absolutely incredible. I do love this style. It's artistic claymation. On the side, we have an enemy and the sky. On the other side, you've got another enemy. On the top, you've got red Nintendo Switch packaging, and on the bottom, just a little bit of green text for you. So let's open this up. I'm going to open this from the bottom rather than the top, so it's to keep the top looking in a little bit better condition. This does have two of these seals on it, the circular seals essentially. And this is a game that I've never played through 100% on my own. My one friend, he is in love with the game, the original, and he plays it all the time, as well as Link's DX. So he was talking about this for a very long time with me, getting excited for the release, and I'm really happy it's here. So this is the art book, which I will flip through for you in a moment, but I really want to take a look at the game first. And let's try and pull that out of the... Oh, I can't even get at it this way. So there's a good heads up for everyone. If you open it from the bottom, you cannot get at the game. So you're going to have to open this from the top. I've got no other choice. So let's open that up and let's get to it. Hopefully. Looking inside the case, I have seen inside a case that was at EB Games that they just kind of had. That's GameStop, by the way, but in Canada. So essentially, inside of this, I'm hoping there's all the dungeon kind of maps, and it looks kind of neat. So there we have Koholint with the egg on top that you're trying to solve the mystery. I don't know enough about this game yet, so I'm really looking forward to playing through this entirely on my own for the first time. But actually, Saturday, one of my best friends is coming over, and hopefully we're just going to play a whole ton of it. Even though it's one player, you can enjoy this with two people. Alright, hopefully all that packaging is off. Almost. Alright. So this looks, yeah, so this is not the same insert that I think I've seen before where it had all the dungeons. Maybe that's the European release. There is a visual of what the cartridge looks like. So let me just get you the camera angle for that one. Cute little Link on there, looking claymation. And we have the map here, it looks like. I'm just going to pull this up just for a moment so you can take a look at this art design, but it might be inside of the art book itself anyways. You can see the egg up there. This is much more of a strange Zelda game. I wouldn't quite compare it to Majora's Mask because that's a lot darker, but in terms of strangeness, I think you can sort of make that comparison. So let's just put that to the side. The box I'm going to just close up briefly from the bottom as well. Let's take a look at the art book, and then we'll get to the Amiibo, the Dreamer art book. We have the owl right there in the inside cover, and then flipping through, we got the dream where he wakes up from. The green font of Link's Awakening with the trees. This is almost like an island. It is an island-themed game, really, where you wake up. Also, in Breath of the Wild, name that island that you go to, and you lose all your possessions, and you have to try playing in Breath of the Wild without it. Link as claymation looks so cool. This reminds me of that Christmas movie that was made out of claymation with Rudolph, basically, and the snowman at the end of that movie. Love this art design. So there's Koholint. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly or perfectly. And some of the different towns. Maybe Village, Sketches. Or Mabe. I'm not sure if it's maybe or Mabe. So I'm just going to put this down so you can just have a quick look through this with some of the character designs. You got Taryn and Marin, or Marin. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly either. The phone booth. Now, one of these originally in the game used to have ability to print your own pictures with the Game Boy printer. They have updated that. There's the quadruplets in the game. I do remember that from the little I've played in Moblins. There's also, interestingly, a decent amount of Mario characters in this game. The Witch's Hunt and the Witch. We have a Tail Cave and the Tail Cave Interiors, which is a 2D platforming section, by the way. 3 of a Kind. A Hard Hat Beetle as well. Rock's Feather, Spike Roller. Rock's Feather helps you jump in the game. Madame Meow Meow's house. And there's Madame Meow Meow herself. That one almost looks a lot like a character from Wind Waker. Then you have a Borblin. Not a Boblin or anything like that. A Borblin, that's kind of cool. Tall Tall Heights, or Tal Tal Heights. Moblin Sheath. Gaponga Swamp Sketches. Tell me how you pronounce that one. That looks pretty cool. The swamp. There's not always a swamp region in every Zelda game, but another reference to Majora's Mask, or Majora's Mask was referencing this because this game came first. Mr. Wright's house, spelt like writing in English. The Bottle Grotto, where you get a bottle from. Neat. Moving on. Power Bracelet and the Genie. It looks like a bell. Town Tool Shop. Richard's Villa. Richard and Kiki the Monkey. Great character design in this game, by the way. I think this says Canelet Castle Sketches. Canelet Castle Interiors. So a lot of different areas. Ball and Chain Trooper. A lot of characters in Zelda, especially the more recent games, have that sort of design. Key Cavern. Key Cavern Passageway. Green Bomb Bites. And Dodongo Snake. Dodongo Snake's really interesting to me with Dodongo, or King Dodongo. Slime Eye and the Pegasus Boots, the different versions of it, and the Harp. Warp Point. Dream Shrine. I'm so excited to play this. Animal Village Sketches. Rabbits. Christine's house. And there's Christine, almost looking like an Animal Crossing character, by the way. Chef Bear. Chef Bear's house. Banjo-Kazooie? Not really, but it's just a bear. I can't pronounce this one. Let's try. Shul Donovich Studio. Shul Donovich's Studio. Hippo Model. There's a model who's a hippo in this game. The Walrus, Link, and I think that would be Zelda looking out. Yarna Desert, Angler's Tunnel, Hydrasaur, and Flippers. They just put all the art they could in here. Angler's Tunnel Passageway. I bet whoever made the art for this had a really good time. The anglerfish from the sea depths of our oceans, who has bioluminescence to lure its prey into its mouth. I love researching the bottom of the ocean. Manbo. Ghost. Not looking like the ghost really from Mario. House on the Bay. House by the Bay. Trade Goods. Magnifying Lens and Mermaid. Catfish's Maw. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that one right either. The interior of that section. The passageway. Master Stalfos. Hookshot. Some recognizable items. Goma. Slime Eel. Looks like a triangle of some sort right there. Armos Ancient Ruins. The Windfish. Just a picture of it anyways. Armos Knight. Another familiar character. Face Shrine. Literally it says Face Shrine, so I'll learn what that's all about. Face Shrine Passageway. Rover and the Powerful Bracelet. Facade. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That looks really cool. Yeah, that looks wicked. A piano of some sort. Mamu, who looks like Wart from Mario, or it is Wart from Mario, but they're called Mamu here. Henhouse. Flying Rooster. Hen Housekeeper, Eagle Tower, Grim Creeper, really good name, Mirror Shield, Evil Eagle, Tall, Tall Mountain Range, Turtle Rock. That is gorgeous. This does remind me of Mario a lot, though, here. The 2D side-scrolling section. We have Vire, I think it's spelt. V-I-R-E is the way it is spelt. Blano, Magic Rod, Hothead. Hotheads are really similar to Mario characters as well. The owl right here. Windfish's Egg. Instruments of the Siren. So that's what all of those were, basically, with the piano and the harp. This one should be looked at vertically, so I'll just show you a little bit. We have the owl on top with Link climbing all the way to the top, and pictures of the windfish in the different rooms, or the different lighting of the rooms. Cute little picture here. I'm not even sure if that's Zelda, actually. It might be Marin. Sail, I think it's the character's name. Goria Boomerang. Crazy Tracy. Seashell Mansion. Blue Goo Spectre. Garn Dion. Hard Hit Beetle. With the different colors, it looks like, in that dungeon. That might be the additional dungeon that had colors. Avalanche. Kind of looks like the rock that comes to life in Breath of the Wild as well. Raft Shop Owner, Guardian Acorn, because, you know, Guardian Acorns are a thing. Piece of Power, Seashell Sensor, Fisherman, pretty generic name there. Dompe is in this game, by the way. You might remember him from Ocarina of Time, but he was from this game first then. Dompe's Shack, or maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was implemented in this game, because I think Dompe's Shack might have been where you originally printed pictures in the original Game Boy game. Chamber Stones, a map of the game in retro green art style, and then another picture of the windfish. And on the back is some palm trees. Mine looks like it has a little bit of like glue residue on this. You can kind of see it sparkling a little bit. So just as a heads up, that might happen to yours as well. A little bit hard to see. Alright, let's get to this wicked amiibo, Claymation. It is shiny. Turning this around, by the way, this says use amiibo to share and trade custom dungeons with your friends. One of the best things that I've seen as amiibo, but I wish you didn't have to have one, essentially, in order to trade dungeons. Maybe there's another way of trading dungeons with your friends. Maybe you don't have to have the amiibo. But I'm not really sure yet, because we haven't played it yet, so by the time you're watching this, maybe we will know more. There's so many Link amiibo, and I am not even at all upset about it generally. There's a few of them that aren't as well done as others, and some of them are ridiculously good. This is going to be one of my favorites, because this is definitely going to get me smiling while gaming, as is my hot hashtag. Alright, so let's go. This one looks adorable. He's very, very shiny. Even the sword is glistening. Well, the sword should be glistening. The sword moves a little bit, so it's not as sturdy. The Hylian shield looks incredible. That looks really cool. It pops. It's a little bit of 3D on there. I'm looking for Seamirk in this. This truly does remind me of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Christmas with Claymation. It looks like this character's directly out of it. I can't remember that character's name. You can comment below what the character's name is. I don't see any seams really on this guy, not yet anyways. There's a seam with his hair, which makes sense. There's a little bit of a hole right up here, which I'm nitpicking, which is what I'm supposed to be doing. I like how his hair even transitions from like more solid gold yellow to like darker basically on the tips. The elvish ears look fantastic. There's a little belt on this guy. He looks like he's wearing the garb of the first two Zelda games essentially as well, because this game was made way back in the 90s. This is so cool. I think this is like a perfect 10 out of 10. The eyes are expressionless for a reason, just like the game. This thing is incredible. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Dreamer Edition and the Amiibo. Are you excited to play this game? Are you picking it up? I'm really happy I was able to pick this up a day early, and I can get to playing this, or am I going to hold out to play with my best friend, basically, and watch both of us play through this game for the first time in HD. So you can let me know your thoughts or your first impressions of playing the game, and are you picking it up whatsoever? By the way, my room tour is coming out on Saturday, the 21st of this month. New room tour for the Nintendo room, and it's going to include this in the collection, so I'm really happy that I got it. I get to play it. I get to enjoy it. Games are meant to be played, so open it up, take a look at the art book, enjoy it, play with the Amiibo, scan it in, and really, let's play some Link's Awakening and have some fun. Thanks so much for watching. Feel free to fill that like bucket. Follow me on all the social media links in the description below the video, and remember, as always, Go collect them all and keep smiling while gaming. Thanks for watching, everyone.